Howdy, and welcome to the Mr. Maple Show. I'm Tim. Today's the 10 at 10 for January 30th of 2025.
Guys, I'm Matt. We make up MrMaple.com. We're those brothers. We love rare and exotic trees. We are bringing them to you today on the 10 at 10. This is only going to be 10 of the 20. There's another secret 20. Sign up for our email on MrMaple.com to find out the full list of trees hitting today at 10 a.m. Let's get into the first 10 of them, guys.
We're going to start off with Acer palmatum, Beni tsukasa. This is a pink Japanese maple with amazing spring interest.
Mikasa, tsukasa, you're going to love this one. It is an extravagant tree for bonsai. This is one a lot of people probably overlook. A lot of people are on that DeSojo train, the hype train of DeSojo, which is a great plant. I'm going to do a list soon of trees outside of DeSojo that you should consider for bonsai for spring interest. This one's an easy one. Beni tsukasa, great spring interest tree, great pinks in the spring. You're going to love this one. It's another one, we talk about them a lot, where the flower is the foliage. This one has, every bit the drama of like a Kwanzaa cherry for that spring color.
Our friend Yutaka Tanaka at Tsukasa Maple has made some amazing introductions from Manya no Sato to Hanamatoi to Beni tsukasa. It's such an amazing tree out there in the garden. Makes a good upright form, and when it lights out with that pink spring interest, it's going to be one of those trees that is just simply electric.
You're going to love this one. Great plant, good size. It's here today. Well-bred tree bonsai, guys. These are grafted. Now, Beni means red, so it's a reoccurring term you're going to see a lot. Tsukasa, actually, our friend at Tsukasa Maple's dad. So named for his dad. Pretty cool. Mr. Maple named for our dad. We have that kinship together when we get to go see him. Love this tree. You're going to want to grab one today. Awesome tree to be adding on the 10 at 10. Typically 6 to 8 foot in that kind of 10-year span. Absolutely great canopy to it, but that spring color, it is nice. All right, y'all, let's bring in the Bronze Age.
Guys, we got Acer shirasawanum, Bronze Age, one of Talon Buchholz's just amazing introductions. It's from that Floral Wonder collection at Buchholz Nursery, and it is an Acer shirasawanum with a deeply divided leaf, some bronze spring color, and some clear yellow fall color.
I've got some Bronze Age comics. Some people say we're going into the Golden Age. Grab you a Bronze Age today. Beautiful yellow fall color on this one. It's one of my favorite things is it goes from that extravagant bronzing and pink red into an intense yellow in the fall. Really a showstopper for the color changes. I've said this before, but I'll repeat it. Pair this one with Moonrise. It is a dope pairing with Moonrise. Really unique.
And Talon Buchholz's wife, this is her favorite introduction he's ever introduced. It's one of our employees' favorite trees here at Mr. Maple, especially in that fall time. When you see that bronze that's coming across in the springtime, it is one of those trees that the name is so fitting. And it fits so well with this tree that you're like, oh, that is awesome. And then when you see this in the fall, it's next level.
We'll need a series. We can have the Golden Age, the Silver Age, and the Bronze Age. All right, guys, let's bring back some hot sauce.
Acer oliverianum hot sauce, hitting the 10 at 10 today. It's going to sell out quickly. Grab yours today fast. It is one that everyone's after. It's the red upright Acer oliverianum.
I like things a little spicy. Hot sauce, absolutely amazing plant. Guys, it's one of the most heat-tolerant upright reds you can be growing. Found by Masio Shiano, named by us here at Mr. Maple. Pair this with hot blonde and hot tamale. You know the pairings. And hot chicken. Absolutely amazing. Hot sauce goes great with some hot chicken as well. Love this plant. Guys, it is extravagant. It's got a great color that holds late into the season. And it's got a very nice fiery red fall color as well.
Y'all, an Acer oliverianum means it's going to do well in the high heat of the deep south, but it does well in many gardening zones, zone 6 through 9. May do well in zone 5 yet, but we haven't trialed it. Y'all, an amazing red upright you're going to love.
All right, we got Kermit's favorite tree. What do we got up next, Tim?
Guys, we got Acer palmatum, Miss Piggy. And this is one of those cool introductions by Dick Vandermaat that has a unique stem structure. The buds start alternating, get real fasciated, kind of twist and contort, and even sometimes they'll twist and curl on the tips, looking like a pigtail.
Yeah, Dick said when he originally had this plant, the bottom of it had a little corkscrew pigtail coming off of it. That inspired the name Miss Piggy. We love Dick Vandermaat introductions here at Mr. Maple. Working on releasing all of them to you. We have a full catalog of amazing plants from the late, great Dick Vandermaat. Very influential on Tim and I. And a guy who's on that Mount Rushmore of maple introductions for sure. Miss Piggy, super interesting. I love how weird and fascinated it gets. It almost, I said this before, but it almost looks like cactuses in the winter months, especially on that one. You get that weird kind of complex new growth going on. It's really, I think, interesting even out of leaf. I think you see it more when it's out of leaf. Like structurally, I get in there and I take pictures of that. Super funky, super interesting. And it kind of breaks that definition of Acer because it doesn't have alternating buds.
I mean, check this out, guys. Guys, check this out. Look at the fasciated growth. Look how wide that is. That is simply awesome. And that's the reason I love Miss Piggy.
You'll be big on the pig too. Grab you a Miss Piggy today. Absolutely love this one. Great plant too. Very heat tolerant, very cold tolerant. This one's going to work great in a container. Really nice dense shape to it. I've said this a lot with Sekietsubusa and Miss Piggy, but I would love to see somebody do a bonsai with this one. It's going to be a trickier one because it's irregular growth, but I think it could look so unique long term.
Yeah, I agree. You know, not all of these currently have a huge amount of fasciation, but most of them have some starting. And that's the thing about Miss Piggy, is it gets this and develops this all across the tree. They're all going to develop this real thick fasciation, which is amazing and really texturally interesting in the winter months.
They say here in Western North Carolina and in North Carolina, the happier the pig is on the barbecue sign that you're eating it, the better the barbecue is.
Next up, we've got Acer palmatum Ghost Dancer.
Awesome plant. It's Ghost series adjacent. It's the Care Bear cousins to the Ghost
I think
series.
Talon called it honorary.
Honorary Ghost member. It's like the Autobots to the Transformers? Man, I don't know. Anyway, grab you one of these guys. I love Ghost Dancer. Great color pattern to this one. A very pale reticulated look to it. You get some great colors emerging, kind of blushes, some colors over top of that. Great golden yellows and oranges in the fall as well.
Yeah, you get a little bit of purple tipping in the early spring. I have seen some just pure cream whites, which are awesome, but I've also seen some silver kind of bluish kind of colors on this selection, which is pretty awesome for that reticulated variegation. It's an awesome variegated Japanese maple for that shade garden. Morning sun, afternoon shade is going to really show off that reticulation, where you see those veins and the other side of the leaf are completely different colors.
Kind of an honorary member there. You can add it to your Ghost Series collection. Talon's neighbor actually named this one Ghost Dancer around the same time that Talon was naming the Ghost Series. Talon loves it, so he actually includes this in his catalog a good bit. Not as introduction, but one he offers a lot alongside the Ghost Series. Absolutely beautiful tree. Typically around 7 to 8 foot in that 10-year span. Nice grower, nice upright canopy to it. I think it pairs really nicely. If you like reticulated Japanese maples, grab you a Ghost Dancer today. All right, y'all, let's bring back Pinus parviflora Glauca.
Now, Glauca is a reoccurring term you often see in conifers, which means blue. It's Latin for blue, and that's because this is a Japanese white pine that has some really nice silver blue needles, giving some good blue color in the garden.
Guys, this one's going to work zones 5 through 7. Absolutely beautiful plant. You're going to love this one. Tends to be a little bit more pyramidal at first, then forming more of a rounded hedge to it. Typically 10 to 12 foot by equally as wide, sometimes even 10 foot wide. Beautiful plant, really adding a lot of that blue texture to the garden. I think you're going to love this one. It really screams Japanese gardening.
Yeah, I mean, when we were at Gibbs Gardens and we saw the Japanese white pine that had been trained into a bonsai aesthetic kind of look to it, that is what this tree can add to the landscape and garden. It pairs so well with the Japanese maples, gives you a unique evergreen interest, and that color, can't get out of a Japanese maple, but you can get it out of a conifer. Guys, next up we've got Cornus kousa hand rose, also known as radiant rose. This is a patented Chinese dogwood that leaves out with a little bit of white bloom, but then it gets to a nice shade of rose pink.
One of the best pinks, guys. We recently did a whole podcast on our top 25 dogwoods of 2024. Definitely go check that out. This one's going to work zone 6 through zone 8. Some say zone 9. Definitely check it out. Absolutely beautiful. Typically around 15 foot in 10 years, so a great growth rate. But what's really drawing people into this one are those pink blooms. Really one of the best pink reds you'll see on a dogwood.
Yeah, it's got a good upright form. Being a Chinese dogwood, it's powdery mildew resistant, anthracnose resistant, so it's easy for people to grow. Being a Chinese dogwood, too, it blooms in those summer months, so late spring to early summer. You're going to have blooms just coated across this tree with those beautiful pink blooms.
It's also wolf resistant. All right, guys, let's bring back a fan favorite. We've got Acer palmatum Shiranami.
Shiranami is a classic Japanese maple. It's an older selection. It's got a semi-pendulous habit that's upright, a unique Matsumori leaf, but the color changes that you get out of Shiranami are what we love about this selection.
Shout out to Elizabeth Mundy. Whenever we go and ask our mentors questions, we've been doing this, whether we do it on camera or not, we've always went and asked people their top 5 and their favorite tree, things like that to learn more. I didn't know about Shiranami. It's probably around 2010 I went and visited Elizabeth Mundy, and I said, what's your favorite Japanese maple? And she said, come check out Shiranami with me. So we went over to a greenhouse. She showed me this one. I've been in love ever since. Shiranami is an amazing plant. Goes through some crazy color changes. Been around since the 1700s, so it's an older tree. The colors on this one are so dope. You get some yellows, some oranges, some greens late. some apricot colors, and it kind of reverses. I've had this be incredible yellows with also that apricot pink in the fall.
Yeah, I mean, the spring colors are outrageous on this, and some salmon pinks are just some of my favorite parts of the selection, but you just keep getting color changes, and that's what makes Shiranami spectacular. It's a next level tree for your landscape and garden. It's an older selection not many people have.
Definitely going to sell it today.
Going to sell out quickly today. Make sure you grab it.
All right, y'all, here's a Talon Buckholz introduction with a lot of hype. We probably could have eBayed all these, by the way. For the people that think we only eBay, this is a set dropping today on the 10 at 10 for you 10 at 10 guys. This is a new Talon Buckholz introduction. First time offered online. I think you guys are going to be excited about this one. We've got Acer palmatum Starry Skies.
There's been a lot of hype behind Starry Skies, and we've got a set of them coming on today. Y'all, this is just an amazing selection that was found as a chance seedling from Alpenweiss. And it's just got some really nice colors with a good reticulated variegation.
Yeah, one of Talon's latest introductions. These have been lightly trimmed. You're going to love this plant, though. It is a showstopper. Some of my favorite reticulated Higashiyama-style variegation of them all in a dwarfer-style setting. So this one's 6 to 7 foot in 10 years. I'd say closer to that 6 foot and under range. Absolutely beautiful, dense, full, and just the colors don't stop.
Yeah, I mean, the colors are strongly reticulated late into the season. We do have a video on the Higashiyama style variegation and how to really promote the best variegation on the style. You want to avoid heavy amounts of fertilizer, morning sun, afternoon shade. But I'm telling you, this one is going to be one that you want to grab today. They're going to sell out quickly. What's going to sell quickly? Hot sauce, Starry Skies,
Starry Skies.
Shiranami.
This one was in, okay, so those are all amazing. This one was in our most shocking trees at Buckholz Part 1. I think anything in that video going to be pretty popular. A lot of people have seen, that Snow Kitten. They've seen that Bloody Talons, but they hadn't got their hands on Starry Skies yet. Guys, grab you one here at retail today. Awesome plant. I think you're going to really enjoy this one being part of your garden.
First time dropped ever on MrMaple.com. So grab it today. Check out quickly. They are going to go quick.
Let's close it out with one of my favorite evergreens that are variegated, guys. I need some camo that looks like Van Huey Smith.
Yeah, Thuya Van Huey Smith is an arborvitae that has striking variegation of bright yellow, large amounts of bright yellow in that green. We got a nice size 10 gallon today. Now our 10 gallons ship without the container, so be prepared when it comes to you, if it's spring, winter, whenever, to receive a tree that's coming in a bag without that container.
These are instant gratification sizes, instant gratification colors. I love that darker evergreen color you get with that bright yellow, especially in the early spring. It's a very striking tree. I recommend this a lot, but guys, Van Huey Smith is one of my favorite trees to put next to reticulated purple Japanese maples. Wave leaf next to this looks like it is absolutely on fire. Grab you a giant instant gratification Van Huey Smith today.
Now y'all, we've got our open house coming up. That's gonna be April 5th from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. So that's here at MrMaple.com. Check out the full details on Mr. Maple. We've got directions, more about it, some of the things that'll be happening. Y'all, we'd love to have you here.
Take care.
God bless.
Have you a great day.